Grand Rising, everybody. Power to the motherfucking people. That
Class in session. So for you to get the notes, the quickest way to sell your soul is when you niggas vote. This shit I'm kicking is forbidden, better listen, bro. A politician preaching love is the biggest joke. See what they do is use the shit as a tool. Got us focused on these fools and putting shit in our food. Fighting to free your mind is kinda hollow but true. The system make you a zombie if you follow the rules, so we rebel. But not too many live it to tell, till they find the cheat code using digital scales. Paradise is aborted when the mission is failed. Heaven and hell collide like prison and jail. And you don't need religion just to say you awake. You even dumber than you look, you think you came from an ape. Religion needs science, science need religion. One tell a story and the other paint the picture. But listen, nigga, if you dig a little deeper, you can find that little rabbit in the mother of the reaper. I'm the best for a reason. There's a message in the speaker. When the cosmos talking, that's a blessing from the ether. One day I met the devil for real and made a deal with him. Told him all I want is the money and kept it real with him. Came in the form of a thought, I couldn't build with him. Shit I was selling the fiends was really killing them. My bars ain't much if your gat don't shoot. I'm strapped and bulletproof like the Batman suit. All it takes is one snap to have my enemies killed. The laws in space and time, I could bend them at will. Yeah, I'm in the world that some of y'all have not seen, and living on the page that some of y'all cannot read. And right now they probably calling me cheap, cause I decided it's enough and now I finally speak. Tell you the truth, I don't trust people who cheat. It's deeper than having sex, you give birth to deceit. If you see where this is going, this is true as can be. If you lie to the ones you love, then you do it to me. The cold word is rainy night. Niggas get wet outside, but ain't no rain in sight. They wonder where this come from. Ascension when it's all done. No reason to believe in a God. When you become one, you understand. You could get it the same. Niggas will double cross you if you get them the fame. My soul ain't for sale just to get in the game. It's dangerous, homie, just remember the name.
Part two. Grand Rising, everybody. Quick little cat. Quick little cat.
Over 700 years, and I carried the Europe, I taught the Europeans to children coming back.
They just wanna keep us asleep. I know this shit suck, but when the fuck when niggas wake up, I know this shit tough. Every other step you take, you get your foot stuck. Cause they go and show you the fly with some niggas pushed up. Religion is a part of the system, my nigga, listen. If you ain't got control of your soul, then you's a victim. The Pope fall over the net with politicians. The same politicians who sleeping with little children. Time to make them pay for what they did to the youth. But freedom of speech is nothing when they censoring truth. You ain't gotta show shit when you live in the proof. Giving support to your oppressors, man, you niggas is goofs. Time to fight fire with fire, get on some nigga shit. Time to get back what they stole, all of our innocence. Some people hate the way that I talk, this shit be spicy. But say a bunch of shit that ain't true, it isn't likely. They try to say your vision ain't true, but with your sight see. The best way to tear you apart is through your psyche. I give it to you real, what you need me to say. Ask the world leaders about the oath they secretly take. It's a plan that they got to keep us legally slaves. Paid labor overwhelming when you needed a break. If you think that I'm just talking, then bitch, you lost. It's a war going on like rich versus poor. The rich keep getting rich while your broke ass starve. Feeding you little pennies at that punk ass job. Thinking cause you get it in tax, you need that income. Really, I'm just stating the facts cause niggas been dumb. Your emotions are controlled by a system. Cause when I make a song full of hate, niggas listen. When I make a song about love, niggas skip it. They both from the soul, so really ain't nothing different. Today you gotta give it a fight to make the hate stop. Niggas on that ignorant shit gon' get a face shot. Believe what you wanna believe. A lot of niggas snakes, only going off of belief. A lot of shit is fake with two cans blazing. I'm ready for damnation. So tell a slave master I'm burning the plantation. You fuck niggas like to throw pain but can't take it. So all during war these flames remain sacred. Barrel to the root of your tongue, you niggas tasteless. Lights flying over your head, it ain't a spaceship. The reason why we fully equipped was information. It led us on the path that got us out of the matrix. Unity is power beyond, we should embrace it. But you could never bathe in the truth when you were racist. Speeding off what you was taught, then the brakes slip. Then you see it's nothing you thought. That shit is dangerous. A lot of people dying for what? That shit was aimless. It's kinda like a video game. It took stages. Just make sure these lanes remain nameless. Hood politics part 2. My name dangerous. Shit getting out of control, I mean we been there. Hate, they disguise it as love, we call it sincere. They took us to a place where ain't none of this shit clear, and we just look stupid, wondering how we get here. This government got us in chains cause they don't love us. They got us separated by gangs over some colors. What hurts more is we keep trusting these motherfuckers and putting bullshit that they say over each other. It's a bad world. Many cry in this sad world. A unicorn is compared to a black girl, or any child when you mix it, making life swirl. Gems meet a diamond and dance to make the ice swirl. Nigga, don't waste your time trying to hate on me. If you can't deal with your pride, then stay away from me. I don't fuck with none of that dumb shit. You heard that? Don't believe we live on the globe, nigga. The earth flat. First you gotta love yourself, then take the earth back. Find what's really important and make it worth that. Too much time in your hands lead to a dirt nap, but niggas don't keep the same energy to exert that.
What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him? My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this, and it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves.
Mind over matter, but none of that matter. When in life you trying to climb and a nigga pull a ladder, believing in the myth when reality is shattered. The lies never end unless you serve it on a platter. America made you a slave, then call you monster. Erase everything that we paved and say we conquered. Willie lynching is a system that really harmed us. It raped women, left children without their fathers. America, land of the free, home of the great. America, cage of the beast, home of a snake. But the fight don't stop when you gone. This shit a marathon. Everything they touched in this world, they made it terraform. The best piece of advice, stay about these pig sight. Fuck what goes on in the street, nigga, just live life. You only get one of those, nigga. Don't play with that. Trying to dance away in the dark and never make it back. We got a lot of loving to do. Shit is getting worse. Hate run deep in these roots. It's like the shit is cursed. Murder everything you can name. The world gone berserk. Pedophilia real as fuck. It's even in the church. Music, we've been flaming it. No, it ain't no game with it. Just know I put my soul on the beat. When you banging it, this is for the shit that I see and won't play with it. Hood politics part 3. My name dangerous.
They attack the victim, and then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him. This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me.
Let's go, man. Everybody good doing this Wednesday afternoon. Quick little tapping, man. I really don't got nothing to say. That's frustrating. A little frustrating.
This that Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and opium, fresh from the vet. Yes, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear the shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is cold to turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will.
You cry.
When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now and got the answer. Don't kill yourself trying to be me with the tanner. My eagle love getting blown like a blammer. I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention.
Shout out to that.
And we don't wanna hear that. Keep that over there. Gotta do better. That's if you knew better. But I don't wanna bore y'all with the talk. Back to regular schedule showgramming. Executive sessions. Welcome to the upper echelon of Megatrons. And it's dangerous.
Laugh now, cry later. Can that fly shit you talk manifest when you falling from a skyscraper? A headshot could be a mind changer. I'm just a nigga that could hustle the hustle, getting my side paper. You know it's over when the nine sprayer. Oh, we robbing everything that you got. We operate as personality, just like your chain. It got faker, but the bullets like the ice in your drink. They shot chasers, too much talking. You going in places these cops take us. Prison is a mental design for time chambers. Procrastination is a disease for time takers. When it's war, they could never be law for line makers. Suck ahead, be stupid and cross and die. Player got the 4/5 waving you down like hi hater. When your soul leave earth, you could let the sky take it, cause you thought shit was sweet. Laugh now, cry later.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's getting scary for you niggas out here, man. Know y'all feeling the pressure. This network shit, this shit real, man. Ain't nothing but real shit over here, nigga. Chris Cyphers just gave y'all a dome shot. Dangerous just put you niggas in a body bag. And now I'm about to bury you niggas, man. Yo, I'm back riding again. Dangerous and Cyphers, we gon' have to body him then. Yeah, these niggas done. We gon' have your whole crew on the run. This ain't a game, you niggas lame. Come and catch this flame, we ain't built the same. You niggas just like the cap of fame. The 40'll make your soul glow. Silencer on the end of the barrel, where the smoke blow. I need a heat check, Lilith from the logo. Smoke inside, you can smell my mojo. Fucking with Drake Cobbs, that's a no-no. This that big three, Boss Brown and D-Wade. Looking to let the heat spray. We pull up to your block like it's D-Day. We ain't playing, nigga, this ain't EA. We like wolves when the nigga see prey, and move like Neo when the nigga see strays. I Tyreek kill the competition, chuck the deuces, nigga, on the replay. Hit cheetah moving past you, nigga. I chuck the deuces on the replay. But y'all know what it is, man.
Hopefully everybody good on this Wednesday afternoon. Just want to do a little quick
ain't
tapping.
nothing but real shit over here, man. Nothing but real.
Quick little tapping.
You already know. Y'all knowing how we get down, Joe. Network, nigga.
Network, nigga.
Network forever, nigga.
Work forever. That's what I'm about. Go over to my nigga Sanchez, man. I just want to do a quick little tap in with the people, man. Anthony Lowe, good seeing you, brother. Much love and respect to you and the family, man. Always.
Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out.
Outside in, inside out.
Yeah.
Outside in, inside out.
You know we're gonna take this shit back,
You know
right?
we gonna take this shit
Outside
back,
in,
right?
inside out.
Merc Heights, I
Maybach,
see
what's good?
Outside in,
Eagle, we
inside
back.
out.
Keep Eagle out. Much love and respect, man.
inside out.
Maybach,
Republican, Democrat, Republican. All of them niggas hustling, so it ain't no trusting them. You been voting all your life and still suffering. Student loans, daycare fees, sisters be juggling. Divided by the powers, pausing's got us perishing. Got you niggas walking around thinking y'all Americans. Obama got you fooled, you thinking he the Messiah. When the truth is, all of these presidents barbarians. Life short, but you trying to get your paper tall. All I'm doing is revealing lies they say to y'all. Back in the day, I would probably put that K to y'all. Now I'm saving y'all, and plus I'm chilling with baby doll. Maybe y'all will understand sooner or later, before they depopulate us and the oceans turn to vapors. Got me ready to blaze up like every night I'm burning herb. Trapped inside this matrix, thinking how they done turned this world.
Outside in, inside out.
Damn, they done turned
Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out.
Some real revolutionaries, we don't fold. I'm in the crib watching Malcolm playing Neo Soul. They getting killed for jackets and buried for sneakers. I done came across some of the scariest creatures. For real, a lot of these dudes I don't care for. On Facebook posting pics of kids they don't care for. Therefore, it ain't no settling like the Pilgrims. Hard living, and the prison's a large system. POs on the same team as state prosecutors. Free your mind, it ain't a choice, you gotta do it. Cause the judge and the goddamn lawyers be barbecuing. According to this constitution, you not a human. Freedom thrown away by plea deals they take. Rap beefs is fake. Meek Mills and Drake got me on Mary J. Every night I'm burning herb, looking at all this hate, thinking how we done turned this world
outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. For real, shit is terrible. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out.
Take a trip to Egypt to go and view the monuments and watch them ask you who built them. Now that's common sense. Ask me marching to DC, it's some funny shit. Making demands to the people you spend your money with. You lack consciousness, I'm trying to get your head right. On this road to success, you gotta run red lights. My middle finger was replaced with a fist when I found out the matrix exists. And anyway, what's a middle finger that's waved in the wind versus the unity of a fist and a nation of men? Lies on the news, pausing in the food y'all eat. The White House just a house, the power's on Wall Street. Niggas thinking Jordan, sisters thinking abortion. Man, this shit is sad like notes from an organ. Got me smoking my portion. Every night I'm burning herb, all this pain I'm absorbing. Thinking how they done turned this world
outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Shit is crazy. Outside in, inside out. Fuck the TV.
Fuck the TV.
Outside in, inside out. 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 I don't even watching the news. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out. Outside in, inside out.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the house, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, it's not gonna be a long live. I just really wanted to talk about, the Carmelo Anthony case for a minute, man. You know what I mean? To me, that just shows how corrupt the system is, like I've been saying for years, man. You know what I mean? To me, it seems like they don't care about a certain group of people's life. That's what I see. That's what I see, honestly, that they can murder niggas, flag on a play black people, flag on a play Aboriginal people, and get away with it in court. Stand your ground. It seems like white people can stand their ground, pink people can stand their ground. But if we stand our ground, the judicial system does not work for us. It just showed. I mean, like Brother Sanchez just said, the judge and prosecutors be having lunch. All the corruption that came out, how they moved this trial from one city to another one, made sure the 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 basically the people who judged the peers were all white, you know, do you think white people, pink people, going to give you the same, the same judgment as a group of your peers? Is white people our peers? Do they, have, empathy for what the flag on the play, the nigga or the black man experience? Do they have empathy or sympathy for what's happening? My answer is no, they don't. You know what I mean? They judge this man and basically, very fast. This was one of the fastest court cases I've seen in a while. The court case only lasted like 4 or 5 days. You know, corruption. You know, sh- shouldn't because the father of the unalived young man was cool with the judge. Shouldn't that case have been thrown out? If if the kid that got unalived father got pictures with the judge, isn't that a conflict of interest? You know what I mean? How the media portrayed that young man, how they didn't really get to the facts that that young man was being bullied. It's like they looked past all the bullying stuff. They never brought up his past history. And that's the same thing I seen with the South Carolina case, Rick Child. Rick Child had a history of, you know, uh, being aggressive to a certain group of people, customers. None of that in his past came up. And that's the same thing I seen with this case, Carmelo case. Them boys' past history of bullying him didn't really matter. They never brought it up. Much love, none of your business. Hopefully you and the family having a good day. You know, the past history of either case was never brought up. Like I said, to me, they didn't bring up that them boys was bullying Carmelo. They really didn't bring that up from what I've seen. And the same thing with the Rick Child case. You know, like I said before, to me, America isn't trying to solve this racial problem. It's still giving, you know, these foreigners power. I ain't gonna just say the pink people or the white people, but to me, that's what it's doing. It's allowing them to basically, to show their aggression towards us, the niggas, and get away with it. But when we defend ourselves and fight back, that stand your ground shit never works. To me, like I said, it seemed like it can work for the pink people, but it can't work for the nigga or the black person. Hurricane, what's good, brother? Much love and respect. My brother Nasir, Grand Rising, man. You know what I mean? So I wanted to tap in real quick and talk about the Carmelo shit, you know, up to 35 years in prison, shows how corrupt the judicial system is, how it's really showing from those two cases. It really don't care about the life of a black person. 14-year-old man getting shot in the back. I showed the story of, the three pink ladies that tortured the young girl, the 6-year-old child. And basically, they charging them with second-degree murder. So her life wasn't worth first degree for what they did to her, the six-year-old girl. You're only gonna charge them with second-degree murder when they tortured. But that's what I'm talking about with this judicial system. Corrupt. Corrupt to the core, man. Royal and loyal. Much love and respect, man. Hopefully you and the family having a good day, man. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Let me plug this up real quick because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna have to jump on my phone. I still haven't got the power cord to my laptop yet. I gotta go to I get it this week, so I really can't be on here long because my laptop gonna go dead. But I just wanted to tap in and really talk about these different topics, man. Like I said, I'm a little frustrated, pissed off about this shit right here.
Of Texas and the murder trial of a Texas teen, 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony
Even
has been
though,
found guilty of murder in the
like
death.
I said, I didn't want them to find him guilty, but I knew they was. Because I seen the corruption of the media, how the media, did their twist on the story and didn't put the truth out. So, like I always talk about propaganda. They're using propaganda in modern day times. If you understand what I'm talking about, they're using propaganda. And in this case right here, in all the cases, that's what I see. They're allowed to push their narrative, even though the narrative may not be the truth. They push their narrative, uh, criminalize this young man who never had a criminal record, who was a good student, and how the media, portrays black people, flag on the plate, niggas. It's just, like I said, it's frustrating, you know, wanting change, can see change, but nothing ain't changing.
Of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Metcalf was fatally stabbed at a high school track meet, as you may recall, last year. NBC's Ryan Chandler is outside the courthouse in McKinney, Texas. We're also joined by NBC News legal analyst.
Like I said, this case showed how basically, if you do something to these white people, they're going to prosecute you to the fullest. Than this case right here.
By now, we've already heard about the outcome. Belton case. The shooter, Mr. Rick Chow, was found not guilty. But that's what happened in the case. What people fail to remember is that one of his defense attorneys was black.
Rick Chow executed a human being over a $1 bottle of water. Enjoy hell. Let's make that clear. If Rick Chow shot a man in the back stealing $1 bottle of water from his store, you do what you will. Because there's nothing to justify this back and forth. Was he right? Was he wrong? It doesn't matter. Taking a human life over a bottle of water is absolutely ridiculous. It's wrong under any way that you could possibly look at it. And that's why the state has gone out of their way to put this $1 bottle of water up, to put this picture up, because they want you to believe that this is what this case is about.
That was Mr. Sean Kent of the Kent Law Firm. And this guy has a very interesting way of selling himself. Most people know him on the internet, at least when the Diddy trials came about. You know, he was giving his professional opinion about what's happening. And that's one of the reasons why his TikTok really blew up. Now, also, he's a fairly good lawyer in Richland County, South Carolina, where the shooting took place. About half of the population is black.
If y'all haven't, make sure y'all sub up to everybody channel, man. Goddess of Love channel. You know, everybody channel. That's how we all grow. Shout out my brother Reclassified, Black, White, Indian. Crip Walk was good. Much love and respect, Crip Walk. You already know, man. Hurricane. None of your business. Royal and Loyal. Black, White, Indian. You know what I mean? I just wanted to tap in and get my frustrations out. Because like I said, I'm frustrated, man. You seem like black lives don't matter. And sometimes it don't even matter to us. You know, and mainly to go at the, you know, judicial system. Black lives don't matter with them either. But they're allowing, you know, us to be unalived at, you know, crazy rates for nothing. Over a bottle of water, like the man explained. But my biggest thing with this case is Rick Child had a history of doing this. They never brought up his back history. Like I said before, if that was me and I had 2 strikes against me, they'd be like, yeah, he drove without a license, he carried a pistol, you know what I mean? All that'll come up. But not with these other group of people. Their history somehow get cloudy. It get unheard. Like I said, go back to the Carmelo Anthony. No one talked about that man being bullied. That those young men was bullying him. So, like I said, they're protecting the bullies. They're protecting the racists. That's what I see this judicial system doing. It, like I've been saying for years, it gives the racists a slap on the wrist for pushing hate. Listen to this some more.
So it makes sense why Mr. Rick Chow would have him, Sean Kent, a part of the defense team. Now, as we know, he was responsible for Mr. Rick Chow receiving a not guilty verdict. And that is because of a few things. Number one, Mr. Rick Chow had 2 prior incidents of shooting alleged burglars or thieves. Both of these cases happening around 2018. Of course, he never went to jail for these because it was justified. But again, the prosecution...
I heard that, right? They never brought that shit up. 2 other shootings. If that was one of us, 3 strikes you out. But because he's Chinese and he's a foreigner and he's a business owner, that's why they care about him more than they care about the life of the 14-year-old that he shot. Black lives don't matter. Yeah, I said it. Black lives do not matter in the judicial system, in this corporation.
wanted this to be admitted as evidence because it would show a habit that Mr. Rick Child was gun happy. Mr. Sean Kent and the rest of the defense team made sure that this was not admissible.
Y'all heard that, right? Even though the man had prior shootings, they made sure that it never came up. Now, like I said, if that was me and you, our past history would have been read along with our name, But that's how they protect these races. They never bring up their past history and the crimes that they do. They made sure those other two shootings never came up in the trial. You see what I'm saying? Let's go.
Which was a good strategy, obviously. Secondarily was the pivotal defense of the chase. They could admit that Mr. Rick Child maybe was wrong for chasing after Mr. Cyrus Carmack Belton for some bottles of water. But now once allegedly Cyrus Carmack Belton pulled the gun on Rick's son, it then changed to a case of self-defense. That was what he was able to sell, and obviously the jury bought it. Mind you, 5 or 6 of these jurors, from what I understand, were black. So it's not only that he was selling this to an all-white jury or something. You had African-American, Black American jurors that were there and bought his side of the story. Now this man is getting a lot of hatred online, he's getting a lot of death threats.
Yeah, I heard that. Unlike, the Carmelo Anthony trial, where they had all white jurors, this one had some black jurors and they took Child's side. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And people are very upset.
You're right. There's nothing you can say on this internet that's going to justify what you did and make you less of a horrible, awful person. Not all money is good money. I genuinely hope nothing ever good happens for you ever again. You genuinely should be ashamed of yourself. I don't know how you sleep at night. Again, I wish you the worst. That's all I have to say about that.
And then you also have people who are defending him.
But an attorney's true job is to defend the law, either for a plaintiff or a defendant. Like that is the job. I don't like that man is getting treated like this, as if he's some traitor just by representing someone in court, some race traitor. That's insane.
That is kind of what I want to deal with today, because Mr. Sean Kent has responded to some of the hatred that he's been getting, and what he says about his past clients is something that's interesting to understand.
I have represented 3 African-American males who are accused of a white girl. I have represented an individual who was accused of killing a person, folding his body and sticking him in an abandoned building in Florence, South Carolina.
The motive for taking the case. What did he say? This is important, so watch this.
So there have been countless individuals who I've represented in the past, and so when someone says, why did you take this case? I don't judge. God judges. If you pick and choose who are you going to judge in your cases, it makes you ineffective of what you're doing. And so people say, why this case? Well, why not any of those ones with the outrage that has come forth? As criminal defense attorneys, we represent the Constitution. We represent
I'm with you, boy, the pup.
And so when people say comments to me, and I've heard a lot of them, like, you didn't have to take this one. Well, I don't have to pay my mortgage either, but if you don't, they end up taking that from you.
Okay. So here is a teaching moment that we want to bring out on this Ken Ganda channel. And I typically weigh in on the Pan-African issue of the value that we need to have for one another. And I know that can sometimes get lost in translation. What I want to talk about is, this is Mr. Sean Kent. Somebody went and found this particular photo. And as you can see, his wife is white. All right. And so now the narrative is, this guy is a sellout. He's a raccoon. He has a white wife. Okay. This is what is being said. And again, I'm extremely on the right, as a Pan-African pro-black. I stand where Dr. Umar stands when we talk about, interracial relationships and stuff like that. However, we got to understand one thing. If anybody black or African feels like their community cannot support them in the way that they need to be supported, okay, they are going to go and look for other alternatives. Now, the black community,
like I said, this just one of the videos. I don't know what made me pick it out. He's a Pan-African, but you know, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm just a little frustrated. I wanted to talk about them two cases. You know what I mean? Basically Carmelo, my man, call it a kangaroo court.
We're following breaking news out of Texas and the murder trial of a Texas teen. 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony has been found guilty of murder in the death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. Metcalf was fatally stabbed at a high school track meet, as you may recall, last year. NBC's Ryan Chandler is outside the courthouse in McKinney, Texas. We're also joined by NBC News legal analyst Misty Maris. Ryan, I'll go to you. The jury deliberated for less than 3 hours. Walk us through this verdict. What was the reaction inside and outside the courtroom?
Well, I'll tell you, as soon as news of the guilty verdict reached the crowd that has been growing here since Thursday, tension, visceral tears, and angry confrontations break out in this crowd. The police presence seeming to.
So joined by NBC News.
And this is the one I really want to show right here. Where's that Benny? Because Benny. We heard how Benny felt.
Carmelo Anthony is doomed and will spend the rest of his miserable life in prison. The state has rested their case, and it was an unbelievably strong one. Now that the defense has been calling witnesses to the stand, it's,
you know, pink people, they really don't give a shit about our life, man. You know, and it's crazy, man. You know, that's why I said, you know, I knew once they said all white jury, I knew he was doomed because I heard what Benny said prior to, you know, the other stream.
Carmelo Anthony is doomed and will spend the rest of his miserable life in prison. The state has rested.
Y'all hear that shit, man? That's fucked up, man. That's how I knew, because I seen how Benny Johnson felt about Carmelo. And I'm like, damn, these white people, most of them, not all of them, they don't have no empathy for a nigga. These four. That's why I always ask, do we got any allies? Do niggas got any allies? Flag on the plate, black people, brown people. Do we have any allies, man? This shit is, like, I can go back to, let me go back to the first one he did, where basically he wanted them to give Carmelo the death penalty. So when this one came up, I was like, let me see what Benny talking about. And y'all heard the first beginning of it.
Their case, and it was an unbelievably strong one. Now that the defense has been calling witnesses to the stand, it's become clear that they know that Carmelo Anthony not only is guilty, but that I think they're trying to help the prosecution. It's the only thing that you can assume after hearing some of this evidence. Carmelo Anthony provoked Austin Metcalf before fatal stabbing. Self-defense claim shot down in bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. Testimony that's not going to come as a surprise to our listeners because we read the file.
Mm-hmm.
We followed the breadcrumbs.
Listeners.
We put the pieces together. They have footage
like
of the actual murder.
He got a big platform in the way he just said our, you know, the way we put together our peoples. You know what I mean? And that's why I said what when they gave him a pair of all white people, do you think that he was going to be not guilty? Do you think them pink people was going to find him not guilty? Hell no. I knew they was going to find him guilty fast. Because these people don't give a fuck about our lives, man. They don't care about black people's lives. Flag on the plate. Niggas' lives. Flag on the plate. Indian lives. They don't care. They don't fucking care, man. This shit wild, man. They portrayed him as, you know, as the aggressor, the monster, when he was the victim in this. Yeah. Benny is a piece of work. That's what I said. Do we have any allies? Because these pink people, white people, they have no empathy. You know, the truth can be, they can know the truth, and they still wouldn't care. They're going to push the propaganda because that man unalive one of their people. That's why I say niggas need to stick together, man. Because they are. Everybody else is sticking together, sticking to the lie, sticking to the misinformation. But we all divided, man. Yeah, totally agree. None of your business, sister. Like I said, I was just frustrated and wanted to go live and talk about it for a minute. I knew in my heart. I didn't want it to happen, but I knew they was gonna fry his ass. When the media got to put its propaganda into it, twisted the truth, and got the lie out that you know he unalived that man. You know, they never brought up the bullying. They never brought up, the white boy, the pink boy's past history. They only portrayed him as the victim. Yeah, yeah. Look at the comments, like you said. Look at all them comments. Heartbreaking. And Austin's life was ripped away. So many prayers and condolences to Austin's brother and family. Les Seward's family for all the money they stole. These motherfuckers. I noticed Al Sharpton and Ben Crump stayed away from this one. A lot of cold-blooded murders. No empathy. Young punk, lack of respect for human life. Shit crazy, man. These motherfuckers do not care about us. Now they need to sue them for 500,000 for the GoFundMe. No empathy. No empathy for a nigga. Premeditated murder. Like he planned that shit. Should get the death penalty. Lock this murderer up. I don't care if he's black. He's a murderer. Shit is wild, man. These people have no sympathy, no empathy, and they don't care about the truth, man. Nobody cared that this man was being bullied by two bullies. They covered that up. And these people have no empathy for him. No empathy. I ain't see one sympathetic comment. He deserves to rot regardless of color, he took someone's life, period. He should be charged as such. People don't have no empathy. Boot camp. Much love and respect to you and the family. My nigga boot camp. What it do? Like they demonize us, man. They demonize us. Shit is crazy, man. Mind blown. Mind blown. Y'all can go to Benny Pan channel and look at the comments. Like you said, there's plenty of them. No empathy. No empathy. Well said, Benny. No empathy. These white people don't have no empathy. Pink people. Let's just see how he felt from the beginning. One more time.
Carmelo Anthony is doomed and will spend the rest of his miserable life in prison. The state has rested their case, and it was an unbelievably strong one. Now that the defense has been calling witnesses to the stand, it's become clear that they know that Carmelo Anthony not only is guilty, but that I think they're trying to help the prosecution. It's the only thing that you can assume after hearing some of this evidence. Carmelo Anthony provoked Austin Metcalf before fatal stabbing. Self-defense claim shot down in bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. Testimony that's not going to come as a surprise to our listeners because we read the file. We followed the breadcrumbs. We put the pieces together. They have footage of the actual murder. They have eyewitnesses that were speaking to the press. And we told you that what happened here was that this young student, who was, of course, completely baptized into gangland, urban, extremely violent Black American culture for young men who came from a family that's clearly...
Y'all hear this shit, man? Y'all hear this shit?
Filled with degenerates and opportunists who fundraised off their murderous son, slaughtering a white child. There's nothing beneath these people, the scum of the earth, and they raised the scum of the earth who murdered a kid in cold blood because he felt offended.
The scum of the earth. That's why I say these motherfuckers don't care about us, man. And it's sad that some of our people can't see this shit. Fucked up. They portraying this young man as being a thug, violent. He came from a, wow. He came from a husband and wife that's still together. You know, both of them have college educations. You know, and both of them, tried to do the best they could. But you see how he demonized this young man? Let me rewind that shit back. How he demonizing all Black people. And that's why I said America is racist. It allowed people to push hate and negativity on.
We followed the breadcrumbs. We put the pieces together. They have footage of the actual murder. They have eyewitnesses that were speaking to the press. And we told you that what happened here was that this young student, who was, of course, completely baptized into gangland, urban, extremely violent Black American culture for young men who came from a family that's clearly filled with degenerates and opportunists who fundraised off their murderous son, slaughtering a white child. There's nothing beneath these people, the scum of the earth, and they raised the scum of the earth who murdered a kid in cold blood because he felt offended. And while that might sound great in a rap song...
Now, doesn't that sound like hate? And it seems like he's portraying all of us as the same. Put a one in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. Shit, wow, man. And this is how these people think about us. Thank you, Indigenous. Good seeing you, Indigenous, man. Good seeing you, brother. Much love and respect to you and the family, man. And like I said, these people know the truth. They know that Austin and his brother was bullying that man. They don't care. Thank you, Poison Puppy. Y'all get what I'm saying. Boot camp.
Wrong. There's real world consequences when you take someone's life. And every single witness has come through and said that it was Carmelo Anthony who was actually provoking
Two-parent home, yes, ma'am.
and attacking Austin Metcalf.
See how, the truth isn't coming out that those brothers was bullies. They're covering up that them brothers was bullies and portraying them to be the innocent ones. And white people don't even never look into it. They never look into it. They know the truth. They know them kids was bullies. Shout out my brother D. Allen Warren, man. Much love and respect. Flat motherfucking power, man.
So Carmelo Anthony was in the tent, according to multiple witnesses. He was trying to pick a fight. He was cursing out the students. He was going after them. It wasn't even his school. It wasn't even his school's tent, of course.
Yeah.
He was going in there to attempt.
It was raining out. He was going in there to basically get away from the rain. It was storming. So basically he was going under there to get out of the rain, not to pick a fight with Austin and them who started the fight with him. But you see how these white people twist that shit up in their mind, even though they know the truth.
To kill someone. He went in there with the intention to kill. Intent is really important. There's crimes of passion. Sometimes there's instances where someone ends up dying, but nobody intended for anyone to die. This is clearly malicious murder. Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I agree. He need to appeal. But I think the corrupt judicial system, they're gonna stand. Like I said, they never brought up that the two brothers was bullies, that they were bullying him. They never brought that up. That's the same thing with the Rick Child, where I showed that he had a history of shooting two other customers. They never brought that up in the trial. It's like these people portray us a certain way, and that's what they go by. Not the truth, the way they fabricate it in their own mind. Keith Lamont, much love and respect, man, and you and the family. See if I can put some charge on this computer because it's gonna go dead soon. See if it'll charge because it's gonna go dead soon. And like I just wanted y'all to tap in and so y'all can see how I ain't saying all of them think that way, but how a lot of them think, man. They don't care about the truth. I don't really want to even play no more of this.
According to all of the available testimony, went in there to try and murder someone. Now we know this because it's part of his character. He's been suspended at school multiple times. We learned he was suspended at school because of violence. This was a violent kid. He wasn't even supposed to be at the track meet. I think he was suspended at the time, according to one of the superintendents. But then more importantly, who brings a switchblade to a track meet in his backpack and then starts picking fights with people? Someone who's trying to commit murder. He's looking for an excuse to commit murder. Wow. He also admitted.
Wow. See how they fabricate shit in their head, man? That's cold. That's cold.
At school multiple times. We learned he was suspended at school.
That's the first time I ever heard that he was suspended at school.
Because of violence.
Because of violence.
He was a violent kid. He wasn't even supposed to be at the track meet. I think he was.
See how they think he was a violent kid. When the pink people were the bullies, Benny. They're the violent kids. He just reacted to being bullied. Like I said, man, this shit mind-blowing, man. Shit mind-blowing. My brother Keith Lamont, I got the video that you sent me. I'm going to do that next time I go live. This story right
Without the protectors and servants of the people around, how in the world would this ever happen? Yes, that is a Dukes of Hazzard launch, a downed power pole, and a flipped vehicle. What on earth could cause such a thing to happen? People give me a hard time for making these videos because they claim I don't focus enough on the idiocy of the person being chased as I focus on the cops who are doing the chasing. But this is, again, another one of those situations where if the cops didn't...
I'm going to do that video later. I'm going to review that video later. I just wanted to tap in and show y'all how these people really think about us, man. A lot of these foreigners, these pink people. So, like I said, I just wanted to tap in. I can't stay live long. I got to get that power source for my computer. My power pad isn't charging it. And if I keep playing videos, or if I keep my computer on, it's going to shut down, man. So like I said, I really wanted to tap in with y'all and show y'all how these people really think about us, man. I've definitely been saying that, you know, but I get so much pushback, Ray, Ohio. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. We have to create our own government and abide by our rules to the end. I definitely, I say that, but, you know, a lot of our people, you know, they don't see the crimes that this government has done. You know what I mean? They still... Yeah, I definitely agree, Dion. Like I said, I can't stay live long. I just wanted to tap in and talk about the Carmelo Anthony trial. You know, like I said, I didn't want him to be found guilty, but I knew they was because they used their propaganda to the people and push how violent this young man was when this young man was a good student. He wasn't a troublemaker. It's like they flipped the scene. The aggressor becomes the Karen once you meet him with equal force. You know what I mean? So I may go live tomorrow with the little little thing that we got going on with Alabama and who are you calling black? The genocide of American Aboriginals. I may go live tomorrow and do that. I'm waiting to hear back from them. But really, I just wanted to tap in, man, and wish everybody well, man. And put out the little information, man. They don't care about us, man, at all. This judicial system. They find a way to demonize the nigga. And even when the black person flag on the play, the nigga is right, they find a way to flip it and make him wrong. So they can get this young man up to 35 years in prison for defending himself. Let me close out, find a song to close out, man. Like I said, I'll probably be back tomorrow. I really can't go live until I get my computer power cord situated, and I will do that before the week is out. I just been chilling. Just been chilling. Now. We'll be back. Shout out.
Behind the bars. You feel me?
Now you talking to me.
God is a Lord.
Shout out to None of Your Business, Dion, Warren, Britt Walk, Keith Lamont, Gray, Ohio.
Now you talking to me.
My brother Nasir.
Now you talking to me.
We can't. 40 and Puffy. Dion, Warren, Indigenous Minds. Good seeing you, brother.
Well, no, it's so despicable. And think about what kind of monster a horrible tragedy like this, a personal tragedy that breaks everybody's heart. Take a tragedy like this and use it to advance some weird political...
Greatness walked in the building, I did you miss me? Flat earth don't mean niggas live on the frisbee. Niggas still believe in religion and watch suffering. Niggas put their faith in a system that don't fuck with them. Black gloves cover my hands, committing homicide. Memories plotting revenge, it left me traumatized. Coming from the bottom and trying to get to the other side. The greatest motivation in life, watching my mother cry. Big corporations still consider it slaves. Freedom got a price, they call it minimum wage. The money make predators, these descendants that pray. But we ain't never done, new beginnings await. If you ain't fucking with me now, you really think I need y'all? The roller coaster ride of life, it's kinda like the seesaw. But when you get to this view, everything that seems small. It even got these bitches diving mouth first to these balls. Man, shit changed when I get in the V, cause I just let my ego drive when I sit in the seats. I mean, I used to be a bummy nigga, simple and clear. Then I cleaned up and turned into the pimp of the year. Any nigga harming a child is a terrorist. Niggas still believe in the book. Need a therapist, you fly, but you catching the bus. This shit embarrassing. Quick to say you stacking them bucks. This shit hilarious. Niggas thought homie was soft, but he a block nigga. Quiet ones always let off. You gotta watch niggas. Legend is 12 was thirsty and tried to stop niggas. Same cat, him and his mans turned into cop killers.
Gray, Ohio.
Age 35, deliberately lured the officers to his home with a 9...
She said, people love to holler how not all pink people are the same, but COVID showed me their true colors. Because that pink people want dismantled over that pokey wokey. I definitely agree, my sister. None of your business. Definitely. Excellent point.
One call, waiting for them, armed with an AR-15 assault rifle.
Hey, yo, the chosen one, light-skinned nigga, yeah, the golden one, father to the with this shit. I control his son, nigga did got his ball sling, put the barrel under his chin and miss his ring. Government, the way that it stands, every branch attached. All that you pay, I hope niggas break from it. Any way that you
my brother General not
take
there.
steps to move away from the plan. Shit, I hope they wake up out of when school it made the news. They turned it into a dumb and blind. For your favorite crooks, always for the lesser evil. By being at the funeral service, that's when the love died. Father kills 2-year-old. Now that's a monster.
My Zoom went. Appreciate all of y'all, man. If nobody told y'all they love y'all today, OG and his family love y'all, man. That's the way it is. Hey, shout out to all the sponsors, man. My nigga Dangerous Music, the network, Bruh Sanchez, and each and every one of y'all, man. Enjoy y'all day, man. Stay dangerous, man. I love y'all. Peace. We out quick tapping, man.